Hello everybody and welcome back to another banger stream. It is time for GKR Esports, the EMEA circuit for 2025 to get started with match day number 3. I am Panicast, joined by nobody today, and that is just going to be me. But we have some really good matches for you today. First up, it's going to be Popper Supermassive versus Experian NXT, followed by IDI versus Humble, Reply Totem versus Reverso Gaming, SK Gaming versus FA Sniggets, Schnitzel versus LC Esports, and Dark Eagles versus Eclipsar Esports. But I believe that has been given a free win. I believe that it is, in fact, Eclipsar Esports who's unable to attend, so Dark Eagle gets a free walkover, a free win. They get 2-0. But we still have 5 other matches for you today. It's all going to be on Bounty. Match day number 1 was all on Gem Grab. Match day number 2 was all on Heist. And now we have Bounty. So it's going to be different every single match day. And it's going to be quite interesting. First up, like I said, is Popper Supermassive versus Experian NXT. And this team, Experian, is crazy. They, in the monthly qualifiers, they did go up against Popper Supermassive, where they took 3-0 as the loss in the upper brackets, but they went on to make it to the monthly finals by qualifying, by beating Team Heretics. I don't know if you guys know who Team Heretics is, because for some reason they aren't participating in GKR. They are a squad which has iChaos, Lana, and Drage. And by the way, Lana got a new creator code Lanane. So make sure you guys use that. Make sure you guys use code PAN as well, because that would be awesome. But yeah, Experian NXT managed to beat Team Heretics to ensure that Team Heretics didn't get to the monthly finals. But it's crazy. That's how EMEA is right now. You don't know what's up, what's down, what's top or bottom. But all I know is that Experian NXT is a team to be watching out for, because they are just crazy right now. Looking at the standings right now, we did have the Group A standings, but in Group B, Eclipsar Esports having 2 wins against all the other sides. Still a dot on leaderboard, not really there yet, and I think it's safe to say that they might be out, but it's actually a double round robin. So it's not just the teams facing off against each other once. It's going to be teams facing off each other twice. So it's still possible for Schnitzel to come back here. In Group C, we have SK Gaming on top, Sniggets on the bottom, Humble and IDI at a 1-1. That loss which Humble took, in fact, was against SK Gaming, so that's something to look out for. Humble might be the world champions, but SK Gaming are the monthly finals champions in EMEA. And I don't know if you guys know, but the meta is so interesting, so contested, that we don't really know who the best teams are right now, because there isn't a common consensus as far as where the meta is concerned. Match start when? In about 11-12 minutes. I think that's when we're going to get started. I'm just talking about what we are doing so far. I am really excited for some of the matches. First up, like I said, is... Ooh, we have some stats here for you guys as well. Most negative players with a KD diff of -10. That's crazy. There is a lot of stats that you can look at. It's going by a little too fast for me to keep up with, but these are the players who've taken the most deaths. I believe Ondi has 20, which is kind of crazy. MVP, Joker, and Luki. I don't think that's really surprising, all things considered. So I'll see you guys in about 10 minutes for the first game. We got a big prize pool of $5,000. First place gets $2,500, second $1,200, third $700, fourth $300, and the rest take 75 USD per team. So lots of money up for grabs. It is anybody's game to see who actually manages to come out on top here.
Explore new ways to tune into your music with Spotify Premium. Smart Shuffle adds recommendations into your
that is unfortunate.
Or you can
I got a Spotify Premium ad. I think maybe I should probably get the playlist for YouTube. Sorry, guys. That was certainly interesting. Okay, I think there we go. The music's ready. We're ready. The sponsor is ready. It is Smilke. They make protein shakes. So make sure you guys check out Smilke if you're in the market for some protein to get your game on with Brawl Stars. Bro doesn't have Spotify Premium. I don't know how. Something happened yesterday where my Spotify Premium went away. Anyway. First up, like I said, Popper Supermassive versus Experian NXT. IDI versus Humble is going to be the next one. After that, we have Reply Totem versus Reverso Gaming. SK Gaming versus FA Sniggets is going to be the fourth. The last game is going to be Schnitzel versus LLC Esport, because I believe Dark Eagles versus Eclipsar is not going to happen since Eclipsar is bowing out of this match day today. How am I doing? I'm doing great. It's not starting in 30 minutes. It's going to be starting in 6 minutes. Oh, Humble plays in 30 minutes. Yeah, that's true. You know this is Ninja, right? I know it's Ninja. Yeah, we have our caster predictions as well. So I think across the board, a lot of the casters did say the same things, where it's going to be NXT followed by Humble, followed by Totem, followed by SK, followed by LLC, followed by Eclipsar taking it. We already know that Eclipsar lost because of the free win, but we still have other predictions up for grabs. NXT owns the first match. It's going to be hard. Papa are Supermassive are a really great team also. Like, Nears is a caster who's seasoned in this field and he knows what he's talking about. So wouldn't be surprised if Papa or Supermassive take the dub. But I'm going to go for Experian. They've just done a lot in the recent past. And I think that the team is just so good right now. I mean, beating Team Heretics isn't something to sneeze at, and they've also beaten SK Gaming in the qualifiers for this. I know that monthly finals and the BSC circuit have nothing to do with this, but I still think that it's important to have context when we're talking about this. Hello, Mr. Panda. Hello, Edu. How's it going? But yes, I really think that Experian might just take the dub here. We have Humble next against IDI. That seems to be a pretty solid one. We have one contrarian here in the third one. Reverso taking it over Reply Totem. Totem has had a shaky start of the year, yes, for sure. But I think that there is a little bit of a French bias with Pew Pew being French and Reverso being a French organization. But, you know, It's all cool and everything. I think that they certainly are a really great team. They also managed to get to the monthly finals themselves with some really difficult matches, I have to mention. So it could go anyway. Most of these matches could be coin tosses. You never know. When does it start? In about 5 minutes. You support anyone? I support esports. I want to see some good matches. It doesn't matter which team wins to me. At the end of the day, I just want to see some really great matches. But like I mentioned, first up is going to be Papara Supermassive versus Experian NXT. And Papara Supermassive, really great team. I believe they qualified from... they didn't qualify for the monthly finals. They lost to Reverso Gaming in the lower bracket last round, which is very unfortunate for them. They also lost to Foot Esports 3-1 in the upper brackets of the monthly qualifiers, but they beat Experian in the earlier stages, and Amo Fantasy as well, which is another team that we haven't seen in this tournament. But they are definitely worth their weight in gold because they're a great squad. On the other side, like I mentioned, Experian NXT, they beat Team Heretics, but they had a very difficult path because they lost in the earlier bracket, like earlier in the upper bracket. I believe they lost in the first round of the upper bracket, in fact, to LLC Esports, another team in this tournament. So that was... they lost to Papara Supermassive earlier on in the tournament, so that was a bit unfortunate. They beat LLC Esports, my bad. So as today's match day is only Bounty, we have Shooting Star followed by Dry Season, followed by Hideout. We know what Shooting Star, we've seen it a lot in the recent past. Throughout actually, is a classical bounty map which is meant for competitive. Hideout as well, we've seen quite a lot. Dry Season, haven't seen it being used as much. I believe it's also not one of the official BSC maps, so you would be hard pressed to find teams who are used to playing these maps right now, because I don't think it's in the scrim rotation for most of the squads, but Shooting Star and Hideout definitely are. So I'm going to be looking at the second set because I feel like that is where the lesser established teams might be able to come out on top just because of the unpredictability of how the meta is. And I feel like some of the newer teams are more adept at really understanding how the meta has been changing and shifting, because they've really been grinding a lot of the scrims that I've seen in the recent past. Dry Season is very old, yes, but we haven't seen it in the competitive map pool for a long time. I don't think we've seen it for at least like 4 or 5 months, so it's been a long time. Papara Supermassive got this. I can see that. I want to see Ollie and Shooting Star. I mean, I would like to see Ollie because it's fun and whatnot, but I feel like it's that's a wild pick to have. I'll be honest. For Shooting Star, you should probably expect some compositions which have Byron, Nani, maybe Mr. P, Piper, Gus, Mandy. Those are all pretty good brawlers. Gray as well for some kind of turnaround potential. We could see the odd Hank coming out, but that is probably not the best idea. And Hideout, I see some teams scrimming them recently. We have the most picked brawler being Gray with a 51% pick rate in scrims. And with the combined composition of Piper, 8-Bit, and Brock coming out a lot of the times, so it has a pretty decent win rate. But some of the other compositions that I see often are Carl, 8-Bit, and Melody. Sometimes we do see a Pearl, Piper, Pearl, Dynamite, and Angelo as well. So there are lots of different options at play here. We're gonna go into our draft soon enough. Sunny isn't here today, unfortunately, so you have to contend with this guy, this guy, who's very annoying, this guy. So yeah, that is unfortunate if you're looking for Sunny today. Do you think Totem has a chance? I think they definitely have a chance there. I don't think we should say if Totem has a chance. I feel like Totem always has a chance. They're just that good. they're just that great of a team that they're always going to have a chance. Eclipse Star isn't going to play today. Yes, they gave a free win to Dark Eagles. OP background, thank you. Best casting Panda Chan, thank you so much. Though I haven't really done much. Yes, I had to put Nightbot because what happened in the last stream was everybody was spamming stuff, so that was a bit unfortunate. And a lot of people were annoyed with the chat. But this time I wanted some moderation to be there. So I apologize if it's a bit too restrictive, but hey, that's what you have to do nowadays. A person from the Experience Squad in chat has mentioning that they're having a slight delay since one of their players just isn't there right now. So we're going to have a little bit of a break for about 10 minutes. Not a break really, but you know, we're just waiting for Tex. Apparently he isn't answering his phone. So we would like obviously Tex to answer, but I hope he's safe because you know, you don't want anything untoward happening. Why is Linné streaming? Isn't he in the tournament? Yeah, he's streaming. He's in the tournament. He might be streaming his games while he's playing the tournament because oftentimes you don't get the perspective of the players while they're actually participating in tournaments. So, you know, sometimes that's like a pretty good perspective to have. So if you're looking for some new content and from a new super creator, check out Linné. He has a code as well, creator code Linné. Yeah, the /claim thing sucks. But yeah, creator code Lenain, Lenain. Use it in the Brawl Stars shop. Use code PAN, obviously. If you're buying a Brawl Pass or a Brawl Pass Plus or a Pro Pass or anything in the shop, it would be awesome. Which team is Lenain playing it? Actually, I don't think Lenain is playing it at all today. Sorry, my bad. Team Heretics isn't even playing this tournament, so Lenain will not be playing it in this tournament. So yeah, he's just going to be streaming. I think he's probably going to be streaming Pro ranked because like he's a pro player and ranked as well. People thought they'd get PPXP by /claim. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. You want Medi to play? Medi has to qualify. But yeah, looking at the meta discovery, it is interesting how much the meta has changed in the past 2 weeks in terms of what teams are realizing should be compositions that they want to take. So obviously I don't have any data on dry season because, you know, dry season is not in the competitive map pool. So analysts aren't really keenly looking at that data. But I'm sure if they wanted to, they could. But I don't think teams are scrimming it either. So that's a little bit of a discrepancy in the data. Who are the teams for today? Well, I have it pinned, I believe, on YouTube and on Twitch. You can put !info. GKR leagues. There is a link to the Wikipedia page. You have all the information for the match day today as well. So you can keep up by going back and forth, looking at the stream, looking at what's happening. And you will get all the information that you need. And don't worry, I'll also fill you in and give you all the context that you need. Because at the end of the day, esports is about stories and about how teams perform at the highest level. !info doesn't work on YouTube. I just said that. It's for Twitch. Oh, it works on YouTube as well? Okay, never mind. I guess I fixed it. My bad, guys. We gotta wait for 4 more minutes. I believe that if Experience NXT doesn't show up for 4 more minutes, Popper Supermassive take the dub because of a free win. It's a bit unfortunate that this is happening. Obviously, Experience NXT is doing really well, so they want to go strength to strength and not miss out on like tournaments and scrims. But sometimes real life gets in the way. Who's the best player right now? I've been biased about this. I feel like iChaos is the best player, and I've said that he's been consistently the best player in EMEA and his teams for the past since 2019. He's been like he's been the best like individual player. So I would say Luki, Semantic come close, but iChaos is definitely the GOAT for sure. Linane as well. It's very jarring not seeing them in monthly finals. I would obviously love to see them in monthly finals, but it's very jarring not seeing Team Heretics, because I feel like that's a squad that can win every monthly finals if they get it right. And so far they aren't getting it right, so it's also a little bit like of a painful thing for them, obviously. But I think that they have the capabilities of coming out on top. Drage is a really good drafter. I think he's a very good IGL as well. So if any team can come back from the rut, it's them. And another team that really does stand out is SSG, because we know how Bobby's team, I'm talking about we know how Bobby's team have like some of the most difficult brackets in the world, but they still somehow managed to come out on top most of the time. Last year obviously didn't work out. So as a Stamina fan, I was, heartbroken that they didn't make it there. But do you like Mori? He is my favorite. I think Mori is also awesome. Honestly, can't go wrong with supporting any of the teams, because at the end of the day, you're looking for charismatic players who make amazing plays to give you those goosebumps when you're watching them play. So I don't think you can go wrong with any team. Just have to support a team and, just soldier on. And they might have bad days, they might have good days, but I think bad days build character. Gross Squid, I am going to mute you again. You understand, right? Why? Nah, I'm not gonna. I'll just put up the agenda for today. Obviously, 9 minutes have elapsed. 1 more minute left for Experian and NXT to really show up today. If they don't, then it's a free win for Papara Supermassive. I really wanted to have this match. It would have been so good. Hello, how's it going, Non? Really happy to see you here. And Phantom as well. Unfortunately, 10 minutes have officially elapsed, and it doesn't seem like we're going to go into our draft now. I'm not going to announce it just yet. I'm just waiting for confirmation from the admin team for the tournament. But it really does look like Experian and NXT are going to be taking the L here because of a no-show from one of their players. I would obviously not like that to happen, but just waiting for confirmation. Do you play the game? I do play the game. I have 55,000 trophies. I don't push as much as I need to. I don't push the Pro Pass either as well, even though I bought it. But I need to. Play the game a lot more in the from now on, I guess. Oh, unfortunately, Experian NXT is a no-show. It's going to take us about 15 minutes to get the next squads coming. So that means that we're going to take a short break of about 15 minutes. I apologize vehemently on behalf of the admin and production and the teams participating today, and to you guys, chat, that this is not happening. Really apologize, but hopefully we have some banger games coming up next with IDI and Humble. I know I really did sell the first match, but things happen. I hope Tex is fine, and I hope he's doing okay, because that's what matters at the end of the day, the safety of players. And we'll see you in 15 minutes. Okay, I know that we're on a break right now, but I think Moko might be coming out in the next few weeks because it is the end of Q1, and that means that we're probably going to have a new game to grind with Supercell. I don't exactly know how Moko has changed from the previous beta. I don't know if we're going to have another beta test or if it's a closed or a public beta. I don't have all that information. But all I know is that when Moko is down and we have a release, I'm going to be playing it a lot. I'm going to be playing it on stream. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. In terms of GKR, we're still taking a small break, like I mentioned, because we're waiting for some of the teams to show up today. First one did go by way of free win for Pauper Supermassive. His Experience NXT was a no-show, hoping and praying that Tex is okay. Next one is going to be IDI versus Humble in about 12 to 15 minutes. Moko Global, not sure if it's going to be global or if it's going to be a beta or what the strategy involved is. Regardless, though, since it's an MMO, I really want to play it, and I'm quite excited for it. But yeah, I'll see you guys in like 12 minutes.
you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. You say you wanna cry, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose. Let's have a bit of fun till I downfall. My love, if you feel like I do right now, don't say you're on the run to the other side. My love, you say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason why we lose.
Hello, chat. I'm back. We're 35 seconds before we get back into it, but just a little bit of a recap for those who aren't aware. Experience NXT, it was a no-show. One of the players didn't show up. As a result, Popper Supermassive took the dub. Eclipse Esports informed the tournament organizer GKR before this match day even started that they wouldn't be able to show up because of certain reasons. As a result, that was also a free win. So at least in Eclipse Art's case, they were able to tell the TO in advance, but Experience NXT was just a random no-show, so it was a bit unfortunate that that happened. Hopefully all the players are fine and safe and all that, so that's why we have 2 free wins today, which is very unfortunate because of we only have 6 matches today, so 2 of them are already free wins, but we still have some good matches coming up. First up, it's going to be IDI versus Humble, followed by Reply Totem versus Reverso Gaming, and finally SK Gaming versus FA Sniggets, and Schnitzel versus LLC Esports. So we still have 4 more matches to see today. So it's still not all over. It's going to be a best of 3, and the 3 maps that we have, as a reminder, are going to be Shooting Star, Dry Season, and Hideout, since it is Bounty on the match day today. I like this tournament organizer. They want to do something slightly different where each match day has its own thematic thing going on. Like, first match day was all about gem grabs, the second one's all about heist, and today is all about bounty. But I want to put a bounty on the heads of some of these players. Why are they not showing up? Yeah, I'm done with my crash out now. But yes, IDI have Mikus, Jaro, and Kot Bobik, the guy with the weird funky cams, Humble, Semantic, Boss, and Lukey. Semantic, Boss, and Lukey, I don't think really need any introduction. They're the world champions. They're going to be going at it hard. I don't know if IDI have it in them to really fend off the onslaught from Humble, but you know, IDI can't really be a team that you count out. It's certainly possible for them to beat Humble because they've got to this stage in the tournament, which is not easy. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of teams participate in the qualifiers, and they are one of the 8 teams that have managed to get here today. So yeah, I think that it's not a team to be sneezed at. Why no Heretics? I believe that, I don't know, actually. I don't know if they participated or if they didn't qualify, but regardless, they're not in this tournament. So that is very unfortunate. I would have loved to see Team Heretics. I'm a big fan of Linane and iChaos and Drage as well. So it would have been awesome to see them. But we have Gyro, Mikus, and Bobik versus Boss, Lukey, and Semantic. It's going to be a battle of David versus Goliath. No question as to who the Goliath is in this scenario, but is it going to be a reframing of the biblical story, or is Goliath just too big to fall? Shooting Star, Dry Season, and Hideout are the maps for the day. We're going to see a lot of snipers coming out in Bounty, obviously, especially in Shooting Star. Piper has unlimited curves, which is very annoying. Mandy has a hypercharge, so that could also come into play. We know how good Max is right now with the speed. It is just so great in the meta. Wouldn't be surprised to see that being used in conjunction with something like a Gene as well. We have Graze also. So all in all, really not really surprising to see the meta in Shooting Star not changing as much. Mr. P is a huge threat. It's probably going to be banned out all the time because a lot of the snipers are single target brawlers, and I feel like Mr. P is just so annoying for single target brawlers to deal with, or any brawler really, once the hypercharge is down, that it's not going to be really a realistic pick for most of these compositions, because if a team doesn't ban it out, it's certainly going to be played. So, do you read chat? I do read chat. I may not respond all the time, but I am going to try. Who is against Humble? It's IDI versus Humble. Mention IDI had Mikus, Jaro, and Kot Bobik. Dry Season isn't a map that teams scrim anymore, so we don't have all the scrim data from the recent past to really go off of. And is this going to be probably more cagey, more tank heavy, more mid-range brawlery maps, compositions going to be coming out there in Dry Season? I think it might be more similar to something like a hideout composition. Anyway, we're going to go into our draft. We have Melody, Mr. P, Pearl being banned out, Piper, Jean, and Angelo on the side of Humble. So a lot of the annoying brawlers are out, but RT is going to be picked up. Max is available. Nita is my favorite brawler, but it's not going to be picked here, obviously. See some discussions happening on the Humble side as you see Boss's cam. They go for Gray. Gray is, I don't think, an unexpected pick at all here. It makes sense to go with Gray. Gray has a 42% pick rate between the esports team scrimming this specific map. This is not surprising to see. Similar pick rate for RT as well. Nani's going to be picked up next for Humble. Great brawler, good snipe ability, counters a lot of the other snipers on the map, and I think all around you can't really go wrong with Nani here. Gonna have the next pick for IDI. IDI looks like a bunch of kids. Everybody looks like a bunch of kids, bro. Carl being picked up. That is certainly an interesting pick. I feel like Carl doesn't have the win rate to really show us what he can do, but there are some specialist Carl players in IDI, so wouldn't be surprised to see that coming out. Gus, really good pick. It has a very high pick rate. It has a pretty good win rate as well, about 60%. And I like the Gus because of all the gadgets that you get. And with unlimited gadgets here on the map, the Cookie Popper is going to go wild. Last pick from Humble. Let's see what Humble goes. We have Mandy open, and they go for the Mandy. Wow, okay. Mandy's going to be picked up. Hypercharged Mandy. Lukey's probably going to be on that Mandy. It's going to be very interesting to see how this one goes. Do you like Cop Bobic? I like him better when he's like sideways, because that was awesome. But I think all these players are good. Can't wait to see how this one plays out. Humble need to counter Carl. I think it's certainly something that they have to do. Otherwise, I like how it's just Miku's hair, and it's not just Miku's. Oh. Okay, we're gonna go in a game here. Game number 1. I believe the game sound is not on for some reason. IDI on the blue and Humble on the red, but already there's a kill from Lukey. That is crazy. He had his super already, and he has another one to use. He's not afraid to really show it. He does manage to whiff that super, but Humble, 4 stars in their bag. They have the blue star as well. Flying hook going in. Gyro tries to take him down, but no, Semantic is able to get down Gyro instead. Boss has a super to his name. Semantic has a hypercharge, but doesn't have his super just yet. About a minute on the clock. It's possible for IDI to do something here, but hypercharge being popped by Semantic. He goes in very aggressively, gets a kill, but it says super down. Gets a connection on the Gyro as well, and it extends the lead by another 3 stars to 8. Sorry, by another 4 stars to 8 right now. That is crazy for Humble. IDI have a long ways to go if they want to make a comeback in this one. There is a hypercharge on Gyro and a super for Mobo, so that is definitely going to help them out when it comes to the later stages of this game, which we are in right now. But Miku's following is not doing any favors for IDI in this situation. Flying hook going to be used here. Gyro gets taken out with a super from Semantic, and it is just one after the other for this Humble side. They are just on a roll. Boss getting the kill on Amabo is huge as well. 15 seconds on the clock, 14-1. There is nothing that IDI can do here except pray. Hypercharge being popped. It goes directly on Amabo. Another hypercharge. Ooh, my god, Lukey on a tear. He gets so many kills, a team wipe, and that is game number 1 for the side of Humble. Oh my god, that Lukey masterclass was crazy. We have another game, production. You don't have to go back into the victory screen. We know that it might be a possibility, but you don't have to be this premature. We still have another game in the set. Okay, gonna go back into this game here. First one taken by Humble very comfortably. They did get the blue star, but they won every other interaction. Already there is a kill on for the side of Humble. Oh, a big kill from Luki on Miku's. Gyro goes in. Humble boss goes in. He gets taken out here by Gyro. So lots of kills, a flurry of them, but IDI's on top here out of all of these interactions. There is a Nani Peep going in onto Mabo. Miku's gets shot there, but he takes out Luki, and much better start from the side of IDI. Looking very rough for Humble right now, which is not really what we expect to see of them here. With a minute on the clock, it's possible for Humble to come back in this one. They have positioning, big Luki super onto absolutely nothing, which is not what they want in this scenario. Luki still trying to connect the shots on the Mabo. Semantic popping the hypercharge. He's trying to get those shots in, get a few licks in as well. Luki popping his gadget, gets a shot off on him. Miku keeps Miku low, gets another shot. Miku is one shot from literally anybody in the map, but nobody really there is able to make use of it. Huge hypercharge coming in from Luki, misses absolutely everything. Oh, huge one again. He gets Mabo, he gets Miku's as well. And just like that, we have Humble back on top here. We have one star, and it is all because of that Luki play. Hypercharge being used, but a teleport to get out of the situation, and Gyro's hypercharge has been obviated. Huge super coming in. Mabo gets taken out, and Luki once more back in form. Boss going in with his hypercharge. Gets a pull off on a Gyro, not able to complete that just yet. Huge super from Semantic, gets taken out, and it is still 1-star lead for the side of Humble here, but they need to be assured that they are alive, and that's exactly what they do to take the first set against IDI. That Luki hypercharge was crazy. Oh my god. Dude, Boss looks so good. I don't know what he's done, his training regimen or whatever. He's lost so much weight. He looks so healthy. I'm like damn impressed with Boss. Not just the gameplay, just everything. The guy has turned around. Luki with the Matcherino pin. Bro has the World Finals pin, decides to use the Matcherino pin instead. We saw Shooting Star. We saw a lot of the usual picks in Shooting Star. The next map, Dry Season, is a bit of a wild card. Like I mentioned, we haven't seen it in the recent past in competitive. It was an OG competitive map. We saw it a lot in World Finals, in monthly finals, etc., but not in the past few months. So you don't have a lot of scrim data for this map just yet. Would be interesting to see how things go, but I think that a lot of the picks would be similar to something like Carl, maybe Gray, maybe Pearl, Gene, Meeple as well. I think Mr. P is going to be banned out. I just think Mr. P is so oppressive in the meta that just banning him out, it just gives less of a headache to any other team. Good evening, Panda. Thank you. Good evening to you too. Pan Fat. Yes, I am very fat. The legendary pan casting. Thank you. Might see Mandy again? I think it's possible to see Mandy. Mr. P's hypercharge is brutal. You absolutely love it. I love to see it. Hate to face it. Melody, Brock, Bell are banned. Max, Mr. P, and Gene are also going to be banned out. So a lot of the usual suspects out of the map pool here. You're going to have Gray being picked up by IDI. I think Gray is a really good pick here. You have the pull, you have the teleport to get in or get out depending on what the situation requires. The hypercharge, you can also help your teammates get that shield up. So all in all, really strong first pick. RT can come out from Humble. I like this RT pick. I think that especially with compounding it with a Gene, but Gene's banned, so a take might come out here. Maybe they go for They go for Penny instead. I think a Penny is a really good shout here. I think they're going to try to be very oppressive, very aggressive with that Penny turret, put it up quite high to make sure that I don't really have any room to breathe even. It's going to be interesting to see what that last pick from Humble is going to be. But now it is IDI's turn to get their pick in. They go for Squeak. I think the Squeak is an adept decision here, because I think with all the walls that exist and the 2 tile gaps here and there, it creates a lot of choke points. You have to be careful. You don't want to be feeding the Squeak a lot, and if you do go back a bit too much, you might get caught in a spawn trap situation where that hypercharge is going to wreak havoc on your entire team. So certainly something to look at here. Carl is going to be the last pick from IDI. I think this is a really good comp from IDI. They have a lot of assassin ability with the Great Teleport, with the Carl gadget, along with that super. There isn't any knockback from the side of Humble here, but obviously the Carl can't really go onto the RT here. But I think the Squeak is also another good option because of the Penny. The Penny turret's going to be annoying, so the Squeak is going to address it. But Mortis is coming out as a last pick, and that is huge. Mortis is pretty decent into Gray, into Squeak. Carl without his super as well it's pretty susceptible to Mortis, but really depends on how much of leeway the Mortis is given when it comes to operating here. We're going to go into game number 1 between IDI and Humble of the second set. Humble already took the first set. Sorry about that. Had to put the music off. Forgot about it. Okay. Luki going in on Gyro, gets the kill, but Luki gets taken out in response from Miku's great start from both teams here. Boss going to go in aggressively on a Miku, starting and find that kill there. There is a little bit of a fuel injector used there, but not able to find that value. Heat ejector, sorry. Ooh, big supers coming in from Luki. Oh, he gets 2 of them, but he does get taken out. And it is back and forth, but with Humble having a very slight advantage with the blue star. About a minute left on the clock here. Very cagey gameplay coming out. No team really wants to commit to anything, but with that turret being up, it's certainly very annoying for the side of IDI as Luki goes in once more. He gets taken out. Gyro in a very awkward position, but is able to survive, and just like that, IDI have the lead here just by 2 stars. It is just a 2-star lead, and Luki seems to have his hypercharge. He goes in, he gets his super off. No, he doesn't find any value from it. Oh my god, this is looking from bad to worse for Humble. Now Semantic in a very aggro position, trying to go on the Gyro, gets taken out instead. It's a 7-star lead for the side of IDI. Luki going in once more, finds value, finds the kill onto Gyro, but Miku's is there to make sure that he doesn't have a clear path to escape. There's a very aggressive turret which Boss placed down. That's going to be something to look at as Luki goes out at the worst moment possible. Hypercharge being used by Boss, but it's a bit too late with a 4-star lead. It's IDI taking game number 1. Oh my god, that was crazy. I feel like Luki had to play a bit more reserved. He was a bit too aggressive. You want to be aggressive with Mortis, but you want to be aggressive in the right moments when the other team doesn't have as many utilities or even many supers or whatever, but it didn't happen here. Once more, Luki gets a kill, but gets addressed immediately by IDI. Same story as the last game. Humble have a slight lead there, very aggressive. They're putting IDI back into spawn repeatedly. Luki going to go in aggressively on a Gyro, tries to find a kill here. He gets taken out once more by a Gyro, and that is going to give IDI a 2-star lead. We saw this in the last match day where Humble took the first set, they lost the second set, and it went to the last and third and final set. So it might be possible to see IDI push a third set. Bit unlikely, but they have a way forward. They have a win already. They have the 2-star lead. Luki trying to be predatory, trying to find the right angles here. But right now they need Boss to get his super. Oh my god, Boss gets pulled by Mavo with the portal as well, and that is going to ensure that IDI have a 4-star lead. Mabo has a blue star, so getting a kill onto just Mabo is not enough, or Gyro. They need to get 2 kills. Gyro's certainly going to be taken out here. Oh, he doesn't, but he does at the end, and Mabo gets taken out as well. And just like that, the blue star goes back to the side of Humble. Miku's on the chase here with a hypercharge. He tries to find some value here, not able to do so, and Humble unaddressed in that circumstance. Very, very heartbreaking for IDI. With 27 seconds left, they need to get a kill to come back in this one, and a kill is all they need since only the blue star differentiates these teams. Not sure what that gadget was for Miku's, as there is a hypercharge super from Mabo to be used. Luffy going in with a hypercharge, he gets taken out certainly, and that's exactly what IDI needed. They don't need anything more, but the huge overcommit from Mabo is going to change everything back in favor for the side of Humble, and that's exactly what happens. It is a 1-1 in set number 2. Going to go into this last game, match point for Humble, and one more game required for the side of IDI to force the set number 3. Gonna go to game number 3. It might just be the last game if it doesn't work out for IDI. Blue Star being claimed by Humble this time around once more. So at all of these games, we see the Humble claim the Blue Star in this set. So not really surprising considering the composition that they have. Once again, Luki going in very aggressively on Mabo, finds a kill. He's certainly going to be taken out by Gyro, but Semantic is able to land that shot, which gives Humble a 3-star lead. Oh, but it's going to be claimed right back by Miko's getting the kill on a boss. They get a blue star, but they are down by 1 star in this one. I think that Humble have a way to come forward and do something. They don't need to go in too aggressively, but Luki goes in and does exactly that. Gets a kill on Pyro, gets a kill onto Mikos as well, and Mabo falls by Semantic, and that was beautifully played by Humble. And now it is the biggest lead that we've seen in this competition on this map. 12-star lead for the side of Humble, but that gets cut down with Boss going down. Semantic is also going to go down. Not sure what that overcommittal was. There was a small trade, but it is a 3-star lead now for the side of Humble. That 12-star lead cut down to 3 in a matter of 20 seconds is absolutely phenomenal. There is going to be a gadget being used by Miko to push back Boss, and the turret gets taken down. So not looking good from a positional standpoint for Humble. They have to make sure that they don't move back all the way to spawn, but it looks like they already are in a very bad spot here in terms of positioning. Miku's with that gadget and the Macarino pin being sauced there on the left-hand side. Mabo trying to get his hypercharge. He needs that, but not really looking like he's going to be able to do it. Luki goes in, he gets taken out, he finds a kill, but Semantic is able to finish it off and execute, and that is going to be Humble taking this game and taking this set and winning this match as well against the side of IDI. Very well played by Humble. Boss just doesn't even look like he broke a sweat at all. Beautiful stuff coming from Humble. An expected result, but I have to say IDI played that one really well, all things considered. So congratulations to Humble, commiserations to IDI, but they shouldn't feel bad about how that one played out because they played really well, all things considered, chat. We're going to take a small break. We've had one match and the match day completed. Other two were free wins with Pauper Supermassive and Dark Eagles taking them. We're going to go into Reply Totem versus Reverso Gaming after a small break of about 3 minutes. So I'll see you guys then.
Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My words so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
My favorite team right now, it's SK Gaming and I guess SSG, Humble as well. I don't know, guys. I like all esports teams. It's fun. I love esports. But I have a bias for Bobby, so.
Inside my own world of make-believe, kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out. Be carefree lately, yeah. Just picking up daisies, go on to
Welcome back, everybody, to the GKR Leagues 2025, the EMEA Brawl Stars circuit. The next match on the docket is Reply Totem versus Reverso Gaming. Reply Totem have Angel Boy, Maru Mori. All these guys are serial world finalists. They have been to every world finals in the past, I think, 3 years now, which is kind of crazy. All of them really great individuals on and off the game. We have Reverso Gaming, who have Ness, Ondi, and Roop. Oh my god, these guys are really crazy. They made it to monthly finals this time. I believe they had a very difficult first round. They lost in the upper bracket to Eclipse Our Esports 3-1, which was unfortunate for them. But they went all the way in the lower bracket, getting to the monthly finals. They beat Papara Supermassive in the lower bracket last round, which is crazy. So they had a very difficult, very treacherous path to the monthly finals, and that was crazy. For Reply Totem, it was also a little bit of a heartbreak for them. They won 3-1 against St. Velocity. They lost to Eclipse Our Esports in the upper bracket round 2 of the monthly qualifiers, which was very scary for them. And then they went to the lower bracket where they fought against Lads. They won 3-0. They fought against Black and White EU where they won 3-0. They fought against EXO Free Agents and they won 3-0. So they made it to the monthly finals, but losing in the first round was definitely a bit sketchy for them. All things considered, though, they were able to come out on top. Shooting Star, Dry Season, and Hideout are the maps for the day. We haven't seen Hideout yet. We might see it today, might see it in this one, because Reverso Gaming is not a team to sneeze at by any means. Who was MVP in the Humble match? I'm not sure who the MVP was. Layer Cake would have been an interesting map, maybe. We haven't seen Hank yet. I would like to see Hank. I think that Hank is it's a fun choice. Wouldn't be surprised to see it. But just going back to what some of the meta picks were, we saw in the first match Lukey going crazy with that Mandy he got so many kills with that Mandy Hypercharge. I really didn't think that Mandy Hypercharge was as oppressive as it was. But I guess the pick rate makes sense. It just gets picked so often, and the win rate's also pretty decent. Like, it's a coin toss for the win rate. Some other brawlers that we saw, Semantic picking up the Nani. I believe Nani, Byron, and Angelo have the highest win rates, so seeing Nani being picked up isn't really surprising by any means whatsoever. Some other nucleus for compositions that we see are Byron, Nani, Byron along with an RT, Gus with an RT, Gray with a Gus. We saw how good Gray was for both of the teams, IDI and Humble. So I think Gray is still certainly a good pick in the meta. B hasn't been picked up as much as I would have liked to see her, but I guess considering how playstyles are, you don't see B being picked up as much, but the win rate for B is quite high. I am not shouting anybody out. But guys, I am going to shout out my code, my creator code. If you guys are looking to use a creator code in the shop, if you're buying a Brawl Pass, if you're buying Gems, a Brawl Pass Plus, or a Pro Pass, make sure you guys use code PAN. I can't do it, but code PAN. Yeah, make sure you use code PAN in the Brawl Stars shop. You can use it in any of the Supercell games, and I guess even in Moko in the future. So make sure you use code PAN if you're buying anything in the shop. Would appreciate it a lot. It really helps me out. Wow. Somebody in the chat actually called me an Indian scammer. Nice. I appreciate the racism. Very, very good. Very good upbringing. Your parents did a great job. Awesome. Thank you so much for calling me an Indian scammer just because of the way I look. Appreciate it. Anyway, next up, Reply Totem versus Reverso Gaming. Can't really say much about this except that it's going to be a banger of a match. Both these teams looking very fly. I wouldn't be surprised to see Reverso coming out on top. We did have a caster with a prediction where they said that Reverso is going to be the team winning it, which was Pew Pew. I think that might be a little bit biased since he is French and Reverso is a French organization, but you never know. Reverso had a very difficult path as a totem to get to the monthly finals this month. So both teams have a lot to prove. I think Totem have a lot more to prove because I think they're demonstrably one of the better teams in EMEA, but haven't had the result that is commensurate to that level. We're just waiting for one of the players to join up, so we're going to have a small little break. So we're gonna have a small little break. Anyway, now that that mess has been taken care of, we can get back into esports. I love esports, chat. I don't know if that's if that makes sense or not, considering I'm a caster and that's what I do a lot of the time. I just love watching pro players do what they do. It's just very fun for me. And I hope that you guys, all of you guys in chat, are as passionate about esports as I am, because honestly, I feel like I can get up in the morning when there's esports. I feel like there is more to life if there's esports. As cheesy as that sounds, I enjoy watching esports. What is my favorite brawler for this meta? For this meta, I say Mr. P is like the de facto best brawler right now, but he's going to be banned out so often. So you have to take something which can be used in a diverse set of situations. I feel like Gus is it's a really good brawler for a lot of different situations in a lot of different game modes. Another one which is great for so many versatile tactics is Max. If you're a good Max and you know exactly when to aggress and come back and give your speed to your teammates, you're doing a great job. I think Max is great in a plethora of game modes. Gray's another brawler that I think does quite well. Wouldn't be surprised to see that. Insta ban for rank. Yeah, it just makes sense. Mr. P is just so good. It's not even Mr. P himself. His base kit's okay. His hypercharge just completely transforms that brawler into, you know, a small little, like, you know, annoyance to an absolute menace. It's crazy. They nerfed Gus recently. I know that they did nerf Gus, but I feel like Gus's biggest utility isn't just the damage, it's just the gadgets that he can bring out with the Spooky Popper? Yeah, that's the one. The ghosts on the map are just it's very annoying. Another one which I like is Bell, but that's only because of the gadget spam that you can have in certain maps. But I wouldn't expect the gadget spam to really work in modes like this one, more so in modes like Heist or in Hot Zone. It's going to be an interesting game. I certainly think so. We're waiting for Andy to show up. Hopefully he shows up. Who should I power up and get hypercharge? I'm not sure. What is your favorite brawler? Go and get the hypercharge for that if it has it. Angel Boy, I love you. Angel Boy is such a good person and he's such a fun lad. Like, he works really hard. I feel like he should get the results which are commensurate to the effort that he puts in. It's not been panning out for him in the recent past, but I am a big fan of Angel Boy. I think he deserves like the world and a world finals. But you know what? At the end of the day, I think that you could say that about like so many players in esports. So it's I don't know. I don't know. But I like Angel Boy. He's a really good player. Please inform esports people to stream without lag this monthly quals. We spent our full day watching the match, it lags. Yeah, that's what happened. I believe it was a DDoS attack. So there were some people who were DDoSing the servers, which was unfortunate. Anyway, back to the game. We finally have our players who have shown up. And we're going to go into our draft. The bans are in. They are Jean, Angelo, Juju, Mandy, Juju, and Nani. So double Juju ban, which means that there is an extra brawler that is in the playing field. And Piper is going to be picked up. It has a 58% pick rate. So it's not surprising to see Piper. Gus is a brawler that we should see. Max is going to come out. We know how much Totem has canonically liked Max as a pick here. Not surprising to see that coming out today as well. Would be interesting to see what they go with the Max. I feel like the very obvious option would have been Jean, but Jean is not here anymore, so they have to go for something a bit aggressive, and they go for Melody. Melody, we've seen how much it was used in East Asia. Not really used as much on this map per se, but if any team can make it work, it's definitely the side of Reply Totem. We have Gus being picked up by Reverso. Like I mentioned, Gus, it might have been nerfed, but the nerf doesn't really address the issue, I guess, with the Gus. The high pick rate is because of his gadget. And as we know, the gadgets are unlimited now. It only depends on the cooldown of the gadget. So Gray is going to be picked up last. I think I like this composition from Reverso. They have range, they have sustain, they have shields, they have damage, they have a way to get in and out with an assassin. Melody is still going to be the biggest threat for them. Reply Totem have to have something. Oh, Mr. P is going to be coming out. I gotta say it. Reverso had all the chances in the world to pick Mr. P and they didn't go for it. I don't know how both teams let it slide till so long, but we're going to finally have Mr. P. Mr. P is going to be insane. I hope we see a hypercharge. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit of a disappointment. This guy at this angle kind of looks like Gie, like Gie VGX. Like this angle, he looks like Gie. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Like, he looks like yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go in the game here. Ooh, big shots. Angel Boy very low. He's in a difficult predicament, but he decides to lock in and even double down there. There is a lead for the side of Reverso, so it seems like a person who picked up the blue star from the side of Black Totem got taken out. Maru trying to get those wiggles in. Classically, the max on the side of Totem used to be Joker, but Joker has since left, so that is now a role for Maru to fulfill. Angel Boy going very aggressively, and they have pushed back Reverso all the way to spawn. Huge kill coming in onto Maru. Andi going in once more. He gets taken out. Instead, Angel Boy falls, but so does Andi. Oh my god, this is so back and forth. 3-star lead for the side of Reverso here against Reply Totem. That is unheard of. Ness keeping back. Ooh, big shots coming in from Ness. Double tap. Angel Boy gets taken down 6 feet under. And right now they are banking on Mr. P. They need that Mr. P to get the super. And as a result, we see Reverso playing in their own spawn. They don't want to feed Mr. P. Obviously, that's going to be very difficult. Even a regular porter is going to be a huge death sentence for the side of Reverso. But with 35 seconds on the clock, they have done a great job addressing that Mr. P. The kill on Angel Boy is going to be even better as it extends the lead to 7 stars for the side of Reverso. 23 seconds left here, chat. It is still anybody's game, but right now Totem have to make a stand, and that is exactly what doesn't really happen. Andi pops the hypercharge. He gets the kill onto Maru as well. A 17-star lead. It is all but over for the side of Reply Totem as Reverso take game number 1. That was crazy. That was so crazy. I want to see how Totem adapts to how things change. And we see the smile on the guy's face. Like, he's pretty happy with how that turned out. But you know what? Totem is not going to rest, and they're going to make sure that they come back stronger. And here we go. Game number 2 between Totem and Reverso. This time, Blue Star has been claimed by Totem once more. But Maru hasn't gone down, but Angel Boy gets taken down instead. Andi goes in, he gets a kill onto Maru, just manages to address him. Angel Boy waiting very aggressively, tries to get the kill on a roop. Nope, not going to be able to do so as Andi is able to use his gadget, his super to get that kill. And Maru's going to be taken out, so does Andi, but it is a 1-star lead for the side of Reverso. Andi had all of the stars, so him falling actually was very sad for Reverso, but they still have a lead, so they don't have to be all that worried here. Totem has a blue star. Oh, there is a kill on either side. It is going to be Angel Boy falling, and another kill onto Maru. Unfortunate for the side of Totem. They need to make that Mr. P work, but it is not working for them. Mr. P did not get his turret, so no porters in the first game. The second game, he finally manages to get one. That's huge. Angel Boy going aggressively, gets taken out with his hypercharge, and the hypercharge from Andi is able to get them all these supers up on the map, and the kills coming in one after the other, and Reply Totem are down by 9 stars here. 45 seconds left, but Reply Totem can't really afford to die in this situation. They have the blue star, but that's not enough when you are trailing by 9. It is definitely a very bad situation for Totem. The proposition here is that they might just lose the first set. They're not careful. Angel Boy has a hypercharge. Mori is trying to farm his turret, but he's not able to do so. Huge shots coming in. Ness not able to connect the last one. He goes in nonetheless on Angel Boy. Angel Boy has his hypercharge, has to pop it to ensure that he stays alive, and that is definitely not what he wants to do. He's going in aggressively on this right-hand side. Gets taken out. Maru. Andi is going to be very, very close to being taken down here. Angel Boy tries, but he doesn't. He gets taken out with a second to spare. That's Reverso Gaming taking set number 1 against Reply Totem. Oh, that was crazy. That was surprising. I mean, we know how crazy Mr. P can be. He's picked up a lot, but his win rate for all the picks is about a coin toss, 56%. So maybe Mr. P is just banned out because of the annoyance factor, because you need to play perfectly against him. But if you don't give Mr. P the turret, it's basically game over because you're not really performing at that level that you need it to be. So well played from the side of Reverso. Had a very difficult composition to face, but managed to come out on top nonetheless. Wow, amazing job with that Piper. Nez was just firing those shots back and forth, and even with the gadgets, he was really on top of it all. We're gonna go into our draft here. And the bands are in Angelo, Gene, Tick, Melody, Max, and Juju. So Mr. P is still available, but who's going to be drafting it this time? Is it going to be Reverso or Totem? It's going to be Reverso. Reverso takes the Mr. P first pick. Maybe they're going to show Totem, hey, this is how we play Mr. P. Or it just might be the hubris talking. Playlist. Okay, I posted the playlist if you guys want it. Okay, Kit coming out. That is certainly an interesting choice here. Haven't seen Kit being picked up as much in the recent past, but on dry season, I think it makes a little bit more sense to have Kit. Mandy's going to be picked up from Totem. Gray is still available. I wouldn't be surprised to see a Gray coming out. Carl as well is not a bad option. Hank is going to be coming out. Okay, Reverso, let them cook. I am interested to see how this Hank plays out. Certainly, it's a great brawler. You just get your super by getting shots, taking shots in the face, and Barry's coming out, which complements the Hank even more. But the Hypercharge needs the map to be broken up a little bit, so that is that's something to look at. 2015 background music. Yeah, that's true. Mandy's coming out with Lou. I like this. I like this a lot. Lou just needs to hold on to that hypercharge, and Hank is basically done. Hank can get all the hypercharges in the world, but if he's stunned by Lou or by Kit, it's game over. I like the comp from Reply Totem, but I also like the comp from Reverso. I feel like the Hank is going to push everybody back, and it's going to give Mr. P a chance to be in a position where he can get his super and maybe the hypercharge. So I think that there are merits to both comps. It's going to be interesting to see how the execution is going to be, though. We go to game number 1 in the second set between Totem and Reverso. Blue Star being claimed by Reverso, not really surprising considering the massive HP pool on their side here. Mr. P is going to be the target for Kit. It's going to give him a little bit more... Sorry, Lou is going to be the target for Kit. It's going to give him a little bit more survivability. Maybe get a super. That's exactly what he does. He pops his gadget there. Hank is going to be stunned. Can they get the kill on Hank? That's exactly what they need to do in the situation. They get a kill on Andy. I think that is more than enough in that situation for them. But Mr. P's turret being up is not the best. Ooh! That was a huge hyper. That was a huge super, which managed to mark down both the members of Reverso. Huge coming in from Angel Boy. He has a hypercharge, goes in, gets another one onto Andy. That's huge. And can he find one onto Roop? He finds a super. He does try to use it, gets taken out, and Roop is going to be going down. It is a 5-star lead for the side of Reply Totem. Boy, was that fucking... Wow, sorry. Boy, was that satisfying. Oh my god, they almost got me to swear. Use hypercharge coming in. They get the stun off on a Mr. P. Not able to find the kill there. They are trying to get Nez here, but Nez is just out of the way. Oh, he gets stunned. Can they find the kill? No, there's lots of healing coming in from Andy, and he does use a super to ensure more survivability onto Nez. So they have a moment here just to breathe, get their HP up, but now they have to make a stand. We have Nez with his hypercharge and Andy as well, so survivability is definitely there for the side of Reverso. They need to slowly whittle down the stun here. The slows coming in. Oh, hypercharge as well from Andy. The kill is there onto Maru. Can they find the last kill? They are able to get all the kills here. That is crazy. But there are kills coming on the other side as well. Asian boy locks in. So does Maru. And that is Reply Totem taking game number 1. That was crazy, Chad. That was crazy. Oh my god. That last second win was crazy from Totem. We're going to go into game number 2. Let's see if Totem can repeat a little bit more of that, or are we going to see some theatrics coming in from Reverso? Ooh, Ness going in very aggressively on Mari. Mari is able to find his super, tries to get the kill onto Ness. He finds the kill, gets taken out though, and that trade is actually going to be favoring Reverso as they have a 2-star lead along with the blue star. So certainly a very good start from Reverso. They had a decent start last time around as well. Angel Boy has a super, can use it, but they have to make sure that they use it in opportune situations. Can't just use it willy-nilly. They go in aggressively here on this left-hand side, trying to find Hank. But Hank is going to be healed up by Andy, and Andy uses his super to get out of that situation. And the super was missed by Angel Boy, which is not what they're looking for. Ness trying to go in aggressively, but being healed up by Andy, ensuring that he is alive. So they have a little bit more sustain than obviously the Totem side with that Barry. Barry is so good in this meta. Maru is taken out after overcommitting, and that is unfortunate for the side of Totem. With a 4-star differential, it's still Reverso's game, but we saw how good Totem was in the dying seconds of that last match. The jump being used here, hypercharge being popped. Oh, 1 kill. There's another hypercharge coming in, finds another on the roof, and just like that, Angel Boy is able to make sure that Totem have the lead here. 2-star lead for the side of Totem. And now it's time for Reverso to come back here. Ooh, big super coming in from Angel Boy. Mori with a cleanup. Ness taken down. And once more, it's Reply Totem doing an amazing job. Big super once more coming in. Stuns as well, but it's not enough. Oh, hypercharge being popped by Nez. He goes in aggressively, gets a kill onto Roop, but Angel Boy falls as well. It's a 15-13 lead, and it is Reply Totem taking it in the final seconds of the match. That is going to be tied at 1 set apiece. Chat's confused. I see chat saying Angel Boy is insane, Angel Boy cooking, Angel Boy is bad, Angel Boy is cooking, Angel Boy the GOAT, Mori the GOAT, not Angel Boy locked in. Bro, put respect on his name. He is Angel Boy. He is the GOAT. Mori's the GOAT. Maru's the GOAT. being picked up almost immediately. And the last pick from Totem is going to be... Will SSG be here? SSG is in NA. They'll be in the NA circuit. Carl's going to be the last pick from Reply Totem. Yeah, Carl makes a lot of sense. It can address the turrets. It can address the porters. It can go in on a Piper when she's alone. It can do assassin-like abilities. So I think that this draft from Totem makes sense, but so does the draft from the side of Reverso. So we don't see Mandy because it's banned. When is CR? I don't think CR plays in this region. It's EMEA, not East Asia. Anyway, we're going to go into our game here. It is the third set. Totem 1-1s, Reverso 1-1s. Ooh, big taps coming in onto Mori. He's narrowly alive. The sliver of health to his name. Not the best situation here. And Angel Boy is also in a bad spot. But a jump coming in to ensure that the Piper stays alive is so important. Roop was the Piper player there. A flying hook being used. He gets a kill on Andi, but Roop is able to clean up Maru on the right-hand side. Ness gets taken down by Mori on the left-hand side. So all in all, pretty decent start for Reply Totem. They have a 2-star lead with about 1:20 on the clock. It is still anybody's game here, but Nez goes down once more. Huge from Angel Boy as he gets that pull. Nez going in here with his gadget. He gets the super off. He gets a kill onto Maru, and Angel Boy falls as well. And the last one alive is Mori, but he gets taken out too. And just like that, with that team-wide Reverso are on top by 4 stars along with the blue star. That was crazy coming in from Reverso. That a stamp of authority to cement their position in this game was crazy here, as Roop is once more being very oppressive against Angel Boy, trying to ensure that Angel Boy doesn't get as much value. Ooh, Angel Boy uses the gadget on that Mr. P Porter instead. Huge flying hook being used and a super along with the hypercharge. Mario gets a kill on Andi. That is huge for them, but now hypercharge turret online for Andi, and Reverso Gaming are going to be... They're going to be violating Reply Totem here. I don't think that there is an easy path for Totem to get a win here, as that Mr. P turret just keeps on battering them one after the other. 50 seconds on the clock. It's now or never. Nice pull being used by Angel Boy. Mario goes in with a flying go, gets taken out. Huge shots. Root gets taken out. Mori gets taken out. So does Angel Boy. And with that hypercharge from Nez, that is Reverso Gaming taking this game and forcing a match point against Reply Totem. That was iconic. That was iconic. Oh my god. Dude, that was so cool. Oh my god. I can't believe he did that to the camera. That was so funny. We're going to go into our last game between, possibly the last game between Reply Totem and the Cider for Reverso Gaming. Blue Star being picked up by Totem. It makes sense considering the fact that they have for Carl, the flying hook in, gets them the Blue Star, and they're able to get out here. Andi was the only person able to get a Mr. P Porter in the Hyper Porter in the entire game, so have to look out for that. They shouldn't be feeding that Mr. P as much as they have been. Ooh, big shots coming in. Mori is able to get the kill on Roop, is able to get out. Flying hook in response. Maru is able to find the kill on Andi. And now we see Nez in a very, very aggressive position. He tries to go in. Oh, he gets taken out by Angel Boy in his retreat. Good stuff coming in from Totem. Now we have a 3-star lead. Big taps from Roop, but he's not able to connect that last one. He finds the kill on the Angel Boy nonetheless. And it is a 0-star game with a blue star on the side of Reply Totem. It is so back and forth. Neither team relenting in this ferocious onslaught against either side. 55 seconds on the clock. It's still anybody's game. Roop has a hypercharge. He pops it. He's going to go on against Angel Boy. He has to jump out of there because he got one shot over there. That was very, very testy for him. Still, they are going to slow down the pace of the game. They want to ensure that Totem plays into them rather than them playing into Reverso. So it is not the best situation now for Totem as they get pushed back. Angel Boy going in with the gadget, with the hypercharge as well. And he's going to be very low. Big shield from Mori onto Angel Boy allows him to stay alive here gadget being popped. It gets taken out as well. 19 seconds in the clock. It is Reply Totem who have all the cards here, but Nez has a hypercharge. Ooh, big shots coming in. Maru's gonna be low. Mari goes down, and that's exactly what Reverso need right now. Maru's starting to do something, but no hypercharge being popped by Nez. He gets a kill onto Maru. It is now. It is done. It is over. It's all Reverso as he beat Reply Totem. Oh my god, that was crazy. Good job from Reverso Gaming, and commiserations to Reply Totem as Reverso take this game and this set and this match. Wait, Chad, it's over, right? Yeah, it's over. Okay. I thought I called it wrong. Well played by Reply Totem, but Reverso just could not be denied. This team has been picked up as an FA team. They were R&O, and we got picked up by the side of Reverso Gaming and have been executing at the highest level just repeatedly. They made it to the monthly finals. Now they beat Reply Totem. I don't think this team can really be denied. You can't really sneeze as this team. Next up, it's going to be SK Gaming versus Sniggets. But before that, we're going to take a small break of about 3 minutes. Hello everybody and welcome back. Match day number 3 of phase 2 of the GKR 25 EMEA Brawl Esports circuit. That is a mouthful. I am your host, Panicass. Make sure to use code PAN in the shop when you buy things. Yeah, code PAN in the shop. I am not an Indian scammer. I'm just saying. So maybe don't say that in the chat because it's weird. But anyway, we're going to go into our games here between SK Gaming and FA Sniggets. SK Gaming have Joker, Ope, and Yoshi. And FA Sniggets have Cyanide, U4, and Yannick. SSG does not play. SSG plays NA, not EMEA. This is an EMEA tournament. we will have an NA circuit later, I believe. Not sure if I will be casting for it or not, but if I am, make sure you guys subscribe and are here for it in the future. Make sure you guys like the stream because we want to get at least maybe 1,000 likes on the stream. I think there are a lot of you guys in the chat, so I think it's certainly possible. And subscribe if you haven't already. Also, use code PEN in the shop if you buy stuff. Anyway, going back into the esports side of things. Back in Shooting Star, but we have here two big sides. SK Gaming, FA Sniggets. SK Gaming are the monthly finals champions. They are the defending champions, so they have a lot on the line in terms of proving to people how good that they are, how dominant that they are. But that being said, SK Gaming didn't have an easy path to the monthly finals. They went all the way to the upper bracket round 3, where they lost to Eclipsar Esport 3-2 to go to the lower bracket, where they faced off against LLC Esports and they won 3-2 there to make it to the monthly finals. So not the most convincing path, but a monthly finals appearance is a monthly finals appearance, and they are the defending champions. So that is certainly going to be there for them. Is there going to be a money prize? Yes, there is. It's $5,000 prize pool. First team gets $2,500. These background map details are wild. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Looks wonderful. Anyway, we are on Shooting Start, and we've seen a lot of Mandy. We've seen Mr. P used with differing rates of success. Maybe not as convincing as we thought it might be. Or maybe I was the only person deluded enough to think that. Gus is another pick that we see often, along with Mandy, Piper. So these are the usual ones. We saw Melody coming out a few times, along with Max. Genes are usually banned. So let's see what our bans are like here. Juju, Tick, Angelo, Melody, Sprout, Lou. That means Mr. P is open. That means Gene is open. So we're going to have some Gene shenanigans. Maybe Max as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see SK Gaming going for Max Gene here. But Mr. P coming out from Sniggets. That's going to sufficiently change how SK Gaming try to approach this. Obviously, they don't have first pick, and they let Mr. P go. They go for Gene. Nonetheless, they go for Gene. That is crazy. And surely go for Max along with that Gene. Yeah, I was right. Max Gene is just, it's just a quintessential classic. We have Max with Joker. Come on. Come on. Come on. Wow. Hank is coming out along with Byron. Byron's a good brawler. With Hank, it is interesting that there is a better healer. We know that Barry is a better healer, but I guess they want to ensure that they have some kind of long range abilities as well. Ape is coming out. Oh, this is a very nice composition from SK Gaming. They have the speed, they have the pull, they have the damage from the 8-bit. They're going to be a little bit slow at the start here, and finally the speed comes up. Gene has to get his super. That's basically going to be their huge win condition, because the amount of damage that Yoshi can deal with his gadget along with the pulls is just going to be crazy. Lots of value being used by Cyanide here. About minute 25 on the clock here. Blue Star still on the side of SK, and now with Ope getting his super, it just makes that much more of a threat from SK Gaming. So FA Sniggets in response have to move back, because otherwise they might just fall by the wayside. They have to be careful about how they play this strategic in their approach here. Ope has a super. He's not going to be afraid to use it, but he's flashing it. He wants to keep them at bay, wants to ensure that Cyanide can't really compete to get his hypercharge, but I think that Cyanide is close to getting his hypercharge. Surely, big super coming in, big pull, Cyanide goes down, but I don't think you guys noticed Cyanide got his hypercharge at the end there. That is something to look at, as Yannick is going to be healed up by U4. And 41 seconds on the clock, 3-star difference. So it's not that much of a big kill game here. Big super being used by U4 not able to find the value that he's looking for. Hypercharge being popped by Cyanide. He gets some value with his super. He's trying to go on a Joker, finds a kill on a Joker. It's still not exactly what they need here. They get a blue star, but they're still behind by 1 star. 20 seconds on the clock. Max speed along with the hypercharge being used. Yoshi gets his own hypercharge here, puts it down. Kill on the Cyanide with that pull there. That is perfect. Sublime gameplay coming in from the side of SK Gaming. Joker tries to be a bit cheeky, gets taken out here. Big shots coming in from U4. Can he find the kill onto Yoshi? Yoshi is so low, but he's not going to be taken down. And just like that, it is the side of SK Gaming taking game number 1 against their opponents in FA Sniggets. It's not esports, it's just a big tourney. Esports is tournaments. I don't know what you think is the difference. Anyway, good game number 2 between SK Gaming and FA Sniggets. SK Gaming had a really good game number 1. They play that to their strengths. It's going to be interesting to see how FA Sniggets decide to change up how they're playing this one here. Production team, the team names do not appear to be correct here in this specific scene. Joker gets taken down, so does Yannick, and it is a 1-star lead for the side of SK Gaming. There is no bracket here. It is a round robin. Use exclamation info for more information. About a minute 15 left on the clock here. SK Gaming still have a lead by 1 star, but they have to be careful about Cyanide here. But that turret on the left-hand side by Yoshi is going to give them a lot more damage and sustain. Ooh, big super chug splash being coming down, but it doesn't find its way onto Yoshi, which is not what they are looking for here. On the right-hand side, Yannick going to be very aggressive, trying to push Joker in an awkward position, not able to do so. Hypercharge being popped along with the super, and now Yoshi has a hypercharge turret as well. He's going to put it down very passively. They are going to have a better chance of making sure that the side of FA Sniggets have to play into them. Ooh, big pull coming in. Yoshi gets a kill on the Cyanide, and just like that, it extends the lead by 3 stars. But with 27 seconds on the clock and Cyanide close to getting his hypercharge, it is still anybody's game. Big heals coming in onto Yannick and Cyanide to keep him alive. U4 is doing a great job as a Byron, just trying to be the cleric of the team here. And now we finally have the hypercharge by Cyanide. It's now or never. They have to be able to heal Cyanide to make him get into position where he can do something. Big pull coming in. Cyanide pops the hypercharge. He gets taken out nonetheless. And yeah, it goes down. And it is a masterclass coming from SK Gaming playing that composition. They get this dub and they get the first set. Why did they pick Hank? There was a reason to pick Hank. I feel like the map was open enough that you could get a lot of value with that hypercharge, with the homing ability that the hypercharge brings to that super. But the amount of healing that was required, I don't think Byron can really satisfy that. Byron needs to have the the gadget popped onto the Hank to get the value. Wasn't able to get that, and the Gene was just able to, like, Ope was just able to keep pulling the Hank whenever Hank got a situation that he could really capitalize. Like, we saw the Hank get the hypercharge along with the super, and at that moment we saw Ope immediately pull the Hank before Hank could do anything. Hank popped the hypercharge, but by the time he managed to get in a position to actually be able to use the super, he was already dead. So amazing job from SK Gaming. This is why they are the monthly finals champions, and this is why they've beaten Humble in the past. So I think that, you know, it's not a team to really discount here. The meta has changed so much after this update. Yeah. We're going to go into a draft once more for dry season. We see Pedro on Yoshi's cam. Seems like Joker is at his home and not at the camp, but Yoshi and Ope are at the camp. Sinai, U4, and Yannick as well. Anyway, we're going to go into our draft. The bands are Gray, Kit, Mandy, Hank, Mr. P, and Ollie. Tick is going to be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised to see SK Gaming going for the RT in conjunction with the Tick, along with a Gene to finish it off, maybe. Oh, FA Snig is going for a Gene instead. With Gray being out, the only option to pull has been taken by FA Snigget, so that's something that SK Gaming need to look out for. RT is going to be coming out. RT with Gene makes a lot of sense. SK Gaming have to do something, I guess, with this composition. I really like the nucleus of the composition being brought out by FA Sniggets, with the RT marking out the opponents. The Gene with its little sprinkles are going to do so much of damage, so SK Gaming have to play it very close to the chest and a bit more reserved than they probably are. But it really depends on what sort of composition they go for. They opt for the Bell, which is a pretty good option here, because you know the Gene's going to be sticking to RT a lot of the time behind walls or whatever. So the Bell shots, they're going to bounce back and forth. So not a bad shout taking this Bell here. The RT and the Byron. So the Byron, Bell, and Tick. Interesting. They're going to have a little bit of sustain. They're going to have anti-heal. So Gene is definitely not going to run that heal gadget. Mortis coming out for FA Sniggets. This composition, they have to play perfectly, SK Gaming, because this composition is very susceptible to the Mortis, especially once Mortis gets the hypercharge. You're going to have a very aggressive Mortis. I wouldn't be surprised to see SK Gaming going up early on, but then having to face against that Mortis hypercharge, they have to be careful how they play this one. We're going to go in a game here between SK Gaming and Sniggets, and the overlay is fixed. Already, one kill has been claimed by SK, where they have a 1-star lead. Yannick trying to go on the left-hand side, but there are a lot of bell traps here. Ooh, kill from Yoshi, and Yannick falls here. It's going to extend the lead by another 3 stars. And U4 has to be aggressive, but also you have to be careful about all of these bell traps. They're on either side. Ooh, big shots coming in. Joker gets the kill onto U4. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to be sticking together. They had all these bell traps and most of the choke points. And U4 might not get the values looking for. Yoshi gets the kill once more. Amazing job coming in from the side of SK. And wow, triple shot from Ope. That gets the kill, and that is going to give them a 9-star lead against Sniggets already with 45 seconds on the clock. It is now or never. Oh, big shots coming in from U4. Gets taken out with the hypercharge being popped by Ope. And I feel that U4 finally has his super. Nope, he doesn't. He's going to be a shot away from super, but manages to dodge that bell mark. That is necessary. That is required. With 25 seconds on the clock, it's not looking good for Sniggets, guys. They are down 11 stars, and they're just taking a hammering, a beating. Oh, another shot from Yoshi. Gets a kill. Yoshi just standing in the same spot and not doing anything. His teammates are affording him that luxury. And that is just going to be SK Gaming just walking all over the Sniggets side, getting game number 1 in the bag. Mortis can certainly work in this match, but that was a very interesting execution from the side of Sniggets. Feels like SK Gaming have a little laugh. You see the SK pin in the back. Make sure you guys buy the SK pin in the Brawl Stars shop if you haven't already. They also have new sprays. The esports sprays are in the shop. So if you're supporting any of the partner organizations, the new ones like Genji, Loud, and Heretics, make sure you buy those pins and sprays. Anyway, going into game number 2 of the second set, match point for SK Gaming. They just need one more, and we saw how dominant they were in game number 1. Let's see how Sniggets decides to respond. They have to reply in kind, or it's going to be game over for them since they are already on match point here. Or rather, facing a match point. Big aggression coming in from U4. Gets a kill there, but he's going to have to get out of here. And he does manage to get out of the way of the bell mark, which is going to keep him alive. But he has to stay alive a bit more longer, not being given a moment's respite to even breathe and get his HP back. It is a blue star lead and a 1-star lead for the side of FA Sniggets as Yannick being forced back all the way to spawn. A big super being used as well. U4 very low. As is Yannick. Yannick gets taken out by Opa. He was just not given any room to really move or operate. He does have a super here, so could possibly get a pull, but now SK Gaming respecting that and keeping their distance. And just look at these bell traps littered all across the map, getting the slows that when they require. Cyanide is gonna trip up on one of them, but so far SK not able to address that advantage. They aren't in an awkward position here, I have to say. Yannick has a pull, Cyanide as well has a super. There's gonna be a huge opportunity here. U4 very low, he might be taken out here. Hypercharge coming in, U4 gets taken out. It is going to extend the lead even more. Yannick falls as well. And the last one alive is Cyanide on the team. He's going to certainly be in a bad position as U4 tries to go in aggressively. 4 seconds left. It is basically over. That's all Ski Road as SK Gaming take this game, take the set, and take the match in a flawless victory against SNG. Beautiful gameplay coming in from SK Gaming. They just went from strength to strength, and it just didn't seem like Sniggets were in it at all. They played really, I would say, aggressively, but not the way it ought to be played. But overall, SK Gaming just, wow, it was a poetry in motion. They're looking like they're in great form going into these monthly finals coming up in the weekend. We're going to take a small break for about 3 minutes, and we'll come back with FA Schnitzel versus LC Esports. I'll see you then, chat. Hello everybody and welcome back to match day number 3 of GKR 2025 EMEA Brawl Stars Circuit. I am your host, Panicast, who's all alone today, which is unfortunate, but I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves and enjoying the stream and obviously the esports content that we're bringing out to you. Thank you once again to GKR for hosting this tournament and all the sponsors involved, obviously. If you guys like this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe on all my social medias, and make sure you use code PAN in the Brawl Stars shop or any of the Supercell stores, because it helps me a lot when you buy Brawl Passes or Brawl Pass Plus or Pro Passes or any of the offers in the game. So I really appreciate it. Anyway, back to our regular programming. It is time for FA Schnitzel versus LLC Esports. FA Schnitzel have Audrey, Bogdan, and Dompe. And LC Esports have Alain, Zero, and Ramika. LC Esports didn't have the best monthly finals and best monthly qualifiers, but they are a team which should not be sneezed at because they beat SK Gaming in the past, I believe in the qualifiers for this tournament, in fact. So not a team to really be sneezed at here. If I'm looking at some of the stats for the side of LSE Esport, they lost to SK Gaming in the monthly finals in the lower bracket in the last round, which is unfortunate for them. And they also started off with a loss against Experian and NXT in the upper bracket in the first round. So they had a long ways to go to qualify for the monthly finals. Unfortunately, it was cut short by SK Gaming, but they lost to SK Gaming 3-2, which is actually really good considering the fact that SK Gaming are the monthly final champions. So the defending champions taking them to the 5th set. It is crazy to see. So I wouldn't be surprised to see FA Sniggets really being pressured to the point where it just might be a 2-0 game. But that being said, Schnitzel have managed to get here. So they aren't a team to really, not look at here. Audrey, we've seen him in the esports circuit. He's been in tier A and tier B teams, as has Bogdan and Dompe. So all of them are really good. As well, specifically, I remember Sunny saying that he has been in the scene for a long time and is one of the more underrated players here. We're going to have our 3 maps for today, like we've had for all the other matches today: Shooting Star, Dry Season, and Hideout. Lots of teams have been scrimming today. When I say a lot of teams, I mean a lot of teams are scrimming today. The data looks so different. But yeah, Mr. P has a 28 times he's been picked with 60% win rate. Nani has a 93% win rate on this map. RT has a 90% win rate. Angelo has a 100% win rate. When you have Mr. P coming alongside the Piper, there's a 13 picks with a 53% win rate. 100% win rate for Byron along with Nani, and Byron along with Tick on this map. It's crazy. I think that we might have a lot of Mandy as well with a 57% pick rate here, along with the Max with a 64% pick rate. So lots of different brawlers that are in this meta here. Wouldn't be surprising to see some of them being picked up a lot more, because we saw how we've seen it demonstrated how good some of these brawlers are. For example, Mandy, I saw Lukey using his hypercharge, getting like 3 kills with one of them. This is crazy. It's just a lot of highlight reels in this matchup here. Pen, what do you think about SK's performance? Do you think it's mainly related to the new gadget update? Yes and no. I think that they're a really strong team all around, and also they have like a great team. Like they have great analysts and coaches around with them, allowing them and facilitating them to take compositions that can be imaginative and creative, and also understanding the meta at a much faster rate than most teams that don't have analysts or don't have coaches. So I think that they have like a huge, well-oiled organization. So I'm not surprised to see them being as good as they are. Yes, in the past few years, SK hasn't done as great as they did in 21 or 2020, but I don't think it's not as prestigious an organization. They've made it they've made it a world final so many times over and over again. Not surprised to see how good they are. Anyway, going into our draft, Nani, Gray, Mr. P, Angelo, Gene, and Mandy are going to be the bans. Already a lot of the perennial picks on this map are out. We have, along with that, Gray and Gene, so no pulls on this map. Piper going to come out. So is this going to be a pure long-range battle, it seems like? Maybe? We have Byron as well, still available. Let's see what LSE Esports go for pick number 1. They go for Carl. Who am I? I am a bad caster. Hello, Joker. How's it going? Congratulations on the win. Gus and Carl P picked up. I like the Gus pick a lot here. Carl as well. Pearl's going to be coming out. I haven't seen Pearl in the recent tournaments, so it's nice to see Pearl coming out here. I feel like it's more of a knockout pick rather than a bounty pick, but Melody is going to be the last one here. Oh, the guy that said that you played bad? No, he didn't say that you guys played bad. He said that is the performance of SK demonstrative of the new meta? Are you guys good because of the new meta, or are you guys good? That's why I was talking about how you guys are good and you have all the support around you to keep being good. That makes sense. Am I the best caster? No, I'm not. If I was the best caster, I would be in the BSC. Obviously, I'm not. Anyway, Melody is going to be picked up last by Schnitzel. And I think that that's a pretty interesting comp from the side of Schnitzel. They have range, they have assassin abilities as well. Lola is certainly an interesting pick here from LSE Esports. I think that they can use it to shield themselves from the pro gadgets. We're going to go to game number 1 off this first set between Schnitzel and LSE Esports. Blue Star being picked up by Alex. Alan, makes sense considering the fact that he does have the flying hook to get in there and pick it up. The right-hand side, Bogdan going up against Ramika. Bogdan popping a gadget here just to keep Ramika at bay, but Ramika is still able to get those licks in, those shots one after the other. He manages to get another one. He's doing a great job. Pops the gadget on Audrey, pushing him back and forcing them into spawn. So great positioning from LSE Esports. Huge from Ramika. He's able to get the kill, but Audrey is able to reply in kind. It is a Blue Star lead for the side of LSE. Now Audrey going in onto Alan. Alan uses a flying hook to get out of that situation. It's probably not the best mark to go up against for Audrey, but he still does commit on that nonetheless. Now though, LSE Esports are being pushed back all the way to their spawn, which is definitely a mirror of what just happened in the first engage, and a huge kill onto Bogdan. Another one onto Audrey. Audrey tries to be very aggressive, but pays with his life here. Flying hook by Alex onto Bogdan, and he just keeps that position there. So great start for him from LSE Esports. A 5-star lead on their side. Audrey trying to get those shots off on Alan. Does manage to connect some of them, but Alan gets a kill onto Bogdan. That is huge, and Dompe goes down by the wayside. 9-star lead for LSE Esports. With 24 seconds on the clock, it is now or never for Schnitzel to make their move, but we've seen how good Ramika, this player is so good on these sniper brawlers, and Audrey goes in, pops a hypercharge, is trying to do something, gets taken out, though Ramika is very low, and finally they get the kill under Ramika. They have to get both these kills, but 5 seconds on the clock, it's not looking good. The kill onto Tiro is confirmed. Ramika is going to be there for body blocking, and that's LSE Esports taking game number 1 against their opponent's Schnitzel. Wow. Okay, this guy from this angle kind of reminds me of YDE a little bit. I'm gonna go into game number 2. LC took the first one in a pretty comfortable start, but the end it looked a little bit sketchy. They get the Blue Star once again. Alan just hugging this wall, being a big menace. Can Audrey get the kill here? He forces him in the path of Bogdan, but they aren't able to address that. Allen is just able to get out of that situation alive. That is crazy. And in fact, the Piper goes down, so LSC Esports already a flawless start with the blue star and a kill that are up 3 stars against their opponents here. You're watching this in UCL? That's crazy. Which scenes are you watching right now? Anyway, left-hand side, Dompe in the bad position, already going in very aggressively. Does manage to stay alive here, but there is that one little ghost there, which is going to de-incentivize them for going to mid. Ooh, Audrey goes in, pops the hypercharge, pops the gadget as well, but is very low. Ooh, gets a shot from the Cookie Popper. Is able to stay alive to the chagrin of Ramika. With a minute left on the clock, it is still a 5-star lead for the side of LSC. Schnitzel have to make their stance known, otherwise they're going to be taking the L here, and that might just be a set loss for them so early on. Dompe flashing the super. I'm not sure why he's flashing the super, because his super requires him to be directly on top, but you never know. Ooh, big kill on a Bogdan. Flying hook along with a hypercharge being used by Allen. A kill onto 0 by Dompe. It's going to be huge. Allen finds a kill on Audrey. He is in a very aggressive position, but Dompe gets addressed on the left-hand side. 2 stars to 12. 10-star difference. And LC Esports kind of running away with this one. I feel like Schnitzel have been outclassed by the side of LC. 10 seconds left. Allen going in with the super. He gets taken out here. Allen already going in once more with his hypercharge. Does get taken out. So does Dompe. And the last one alive is Bogdan for his team. But a 12-star difference is going to ensure that LSC Esports take this one and take the first set. Good job by LSC Esports. They played their composition really well. I like the way Ramika facilitated Allen to be so aggressive. Allen was allowed to be in the wall, and there were situations where I feel like Schnitzel could have got the better of LSC, but they just didn't. There was a situation where Allen was one shot, and he was just allowed to walk back into their spawn, and that could have been like a conversion for the side of Schnitzel, which they didn't capitalize on. So unfortunate that it was left. A little bit of a sunk cost there, but we're going to go into set number 2, which is dry season. Low taper fade. Is LSC Esport a Romanian? I'm not actually sure. Nope. Zero is Serbian, Ramika is Serbian, Alan is French. They are your friends? See, I don't know if LSC Esport itself is Serbian, but I just know that the player's nationality is Zero is Serbian, Ramika is Serbian, and Alan is French. Audrey is Spanish. He's a Spaniard. Dompe as well. I believe Bogdan is Romanian. The meta is very different for each of the servers because, I mean, that's who you face, right? Most of the time. We don't have dry season in any of the other esports tournaments, so we're gonna go in a little blind. I don't think any teams really practice dry season. It just comes down to instincts and feelings, I guess. Mr. P, Hank, Gene, Lou, Mandy, Bell are banned. Gray's gonna be coming out. Mr. P is already banned, so you're not gonna see that. Gray is a good shout because Gene's been banned out. Angelo, it's the first time we've seen Angelo today, I believe. Piper is available. RT is available. Tick as well. Wouldn't be surprised to see any of these brawlers. Yep, RT is going to be coming out. On the other side, I think like take with RT makes a lot of sense to me, honestly. Carl's coming out here for the side of LC. So they have assassins, whereas Schnitzel have a little bit more control. Let's see what LC decide to pick up next. They aren't spoiled for, they are spoiled for choice. They have Gus. We've seen how good Ramika is on the Gus, so wouldn't be surprised to see that happening. The last pick is with Schnitzel. They could go for Squeak, maybe. Melody is also open. They go for Meeple. Ooh, nice. I haven't seen Meeple coming out that much. It has a 52% win rate with 52% win rate with a pretty high pick rate as well. Like a very high pick rate. This is not monthly finals. This is GKR Leagues 2025 EMEA Brawl Stars Circuit. Hey Jackson Lee, I have read your comments. Anyway, going into match number 1 of this second set here, Mansions of Meeple is going to be keeping Ramika in that little box on the left-hand side. And the blue star has already been claimed by LSC, so they really don't need to commit here. It's mostly Schnitzel who have to play into them. Another Mansions of Meeple. I mean, it really does nothing for them. Ramika is able to connect a few shots. He could get the kill under Dompe if he's a little bit more conservative. Decides not to go for that. Left-hand side, sorry, middle, we have Bogdan using the super there. Gets the shield knockback. And now Alan going in with a flying hook into a super, but the Mansions of Meeple is able to cancel it out. Escaping pin being sauced here. Audrey gonna take a little bit of damage to the face here with about 59 seconds on the clock. Still anybody's game. It's a little bit of the poke and the feel. And finally, our first kill in the map is gonna be Dompe. The Meeple goes down. And it's not looking good for the side of Schnitzel as Ramika's going in very aggressively. Should be able to take down Bogdan. Ooh, both of these players committing on the Bogdan player, but he gets taken down. Artery goes down as well. Complete team wipe, and that's LSC Esports already with a 9-star lead with 30 seconds on the clock. They have to get a team wipe and then some. Bogdan is from Romania. That is true. Ramika gets shot and has to move back just a little bit. Mansions of Meeple gonna keep Zero in place. Zero can use the gadget to get out of the situation. Does use it, gets the kill on Dompe. Hypercharge being used by Bogdan. He finds the kill, he finds another one. There are gonna be 2 kills here. They have to find another one onto Alan. Can he connect the shot up onto Alan? He does connect the shot, but is it gonna be enough? No, they just needed another second of a tick. Oh my god, that was heartbreak, and that is gonna be LSC Esports taking game number 1. Oh my god. Let's see how the side of Schnitzel respond here. Because I think that they certainly could have won here. Wow, Bogdan is able to pick up the blue star and they get the kill on Alan. And it's a complete role reversal for the side of Schnitzel, taking a 3-0 lead already at the start. We've not seen this sort of situation for LSC so far. It is match point for LSC, so Schnitzel are on the ropes here. They have to win this, or it's basically bye-bye for them for this match day. Mansions of Meeple on the right-hand side, just keeping Ramika back. They don't want to be in a position where they take too much damage. A kill onto Audrey. There's a kill from Bogdan and Ramika. We saw Bogdan getting a huge hypercharge last game, almost managing to flip the game for the side of Schnitzel, but it didn't happen as they weren't able to execute it to fruition. Zero has a hypercharge, but the kill onto Ramika once more by Bogdan. Bogdan really locked in right now as this Angelo for the 4-star lead. Schnitzel looking really good to get their first win in this matchup against LLC. A little bit of a poke battle, a stalemate in the mid, but LLC are 4 stars behind, so they have to make their move. They have to walk up into FA Schnitzel if they want to get anything happening here. Zero also has a hypercharge, so they're gonna have those shields up when they finally decide to go in. 25 seconds, it's now or never. Alan has his super, he has the flying hook as well, can get into aggressive positions. He goes in here, goes for the kill, finds the kill on Audrey. It's gonna be a 2-star difference, and finally we see Zero going in. Oh, he gets a kill on Dompe. It is still, though, the blue star on the side of FA Schnitzel. They need to get 1 kill. Any kill is all they need. No, there's gonna be a kill onto Alan. There's a kill onto Zero, and just like that, Schnitzel get the win here and force a game number 3 in the second set. Gonna go into game number 3 here. Already Bogdan getting killed by Ramika at the start, so we see LLC Esports have refactored what they needed to do. They got 2 kills already, a 3-star lead, and Bogdan getting focused on actually by this LLC Esports side. Gadget being popped, not able to get that value. Flying hook by Alan, finds a kill on Audrey. That's big. Can they get the kill onto Bogdan? And it seems like they might just be able to, but Bogdan is able to jump out of that situation there. 5-star lead for LSC Esports. With a minute on the clock. They're sitting pretty. They have the lead. Oh, another kill onto Zero. And that cuts the lead down to 3 stars. So not that much of an urgency for Schnitzel. But it is match point, so they have a minute where they have to claim a kill. And I would say the kill that they need is Ramika, because any of the other 2 kills are not going to be enough to give them the lead. Ooh, big pull being used by Zero. Zero is still alive, goes in for the hypercharge, gets the shots off of Audrey, gets the kill. Alan going in on the Bogdan, he finds a kill there, and finally Dompe falls by the wayside. And just like that, a 10-star lead for the side of LC Esports, and Schnitzel are devastated. .25 seconds left here. Zero falls here, and it's going to cut the lead down to 8. Matches the vehicle finally going down. Shield onto Alan. Alan uses the flying hook here. There's the kill on from Zero onto Dompe. That's huge. Alan finds another kill onto Audrey. Zero goes down. So does Bogdan. And it is over. That is LLC Esports taking the dub against FA Schnitzel 2-0 to end this match day off in style. That was crazy. Well played by the side of LSE Esports. They outclassed their opponents. We've had 4 matches played today, with 2 extra matches being free wins. Popper Supermassive won against Experian NXT because of a free win, since a player from NXT was a no-show. Humble steamrolled through IDI with a 2-0. Reply Totem had a very testy game against Reverso Gaming. It felt like any team could have won, but Reply Totem were able to come out on top at the end. SK Gaming versus Snickets was a masterclass in how to play with SK Gaming, and LSC Esports versus Schnitzel was a bit more contested than the scoreline seems to suggest. And these are going to be our matches for the next match day, which is going to be on Hot Zone. It's going to be exactly a week from now. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the casting. If you have, make sure you guys subscribe on my socials. I'm on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, wherever. Make sure you use code PEN in the Brawl Stars shop. If you're buying anything, it could be gems, it could be the Pro Pass, it could be the Brawl Pass or the Brawl Pass Plus, or anything in the Brawl Stars shop, or any of the Supercell games. So I would appreciate it greatly if you use code PEN. That's PAN. Thank you so much to GKR 2025 for setting up this tournament, and the players for showing up, and the sponsor is Smilky and Brawl Stars Esports for facilitating all of this. Once again, thank you so much to everybody for showing up, the players as well. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys a week from now. I have to find somebody to raid. So if you guys are on the Twitch chat, please let me know who to raid now. It would be greatly appreciated. Guys, join the raid with Spen on Twitch, and I will see you guys a week from now. Thank you once again for showing up today. I appreciate each and every one of you.